Hi, I'm Linda and this is the Feel Good Garden. In fact, at the moment I'm in the polytunnel. It was dry when I first came down, but they did forecast showers today. So I thought I'd do a bit of work in the polytunnel. And what I want to do today is a bit of a mess over this side. And I thought I'd already started to clear some of it. But I've got some manure compost and a bag of ordinary compost. But the ordinary compost I'm going to leave for potting on and sowing some more seeds. So what I want to do is clear this soil here, and then I'm going to do a soil test because Doug thinks it's quite acid. But then the tomatoes like it slightly acid, so I need to do a soil test first because he's told me to put some lime there, but we don't want the tomatoes too alkaline, so I'll do a soil test first. If it's slightly acidic, then that'll be fine for the tomatoes. I won't need to put any lime, but otherwise I'll dig it over, put a bit of lime, and then I was hoping to go down and get some bark. And once I've dug the bark in as well, I'm going to put some manure compost and rake all that in. So that's the plan. But I'm not going down to get bark in this rain, so we'll see how far I get. So if I can't do all that today, I can always finish it off tomorrow because they do forecast a nice day tomorrow. So anyway, as you can see, there's plenty of tomatoes to go in. So I've got, what have I got here? I've got a firecracker one. That was from our lovely neighbour, Cheryl, plot neighbour. And we've got another firecracker. We've got a marmande tomato. That's a marmande. And we've got two tomatoes from Johnny. Not sure what variety they are because he numbers all his, usually numbers his pots. These are not numbered. So these are, we don't know what they are, but I'm sure they'll produce lovely tomatoes. So we got those, and I've got some tomatoes that I've grown from seed, and I started those on April the 15th because my other ones didn't come very good. Although saying that, I've got one tomato, where have I put that? I know I've got one tomato around here somewhere that came good. But anyway, these are coming along, and these are sun baby tomatoes. And I've also got, where have I put them? I know I've got a different variety, and they are Crimson Blush. And we're hoping to put some of those outside. Again, they're only little, but you know, they'll come. They've grown quite a lot in a couple of weeks. There we are. Don't laugh. I know yours are probably up and producing tomatoes by now. You know, never mind. You live and learn. I think I'll start them off on the windowsill next year, and by June they'll be nice and big, hopefully. There we are. But I've got kind plot neighbours. The lovely Johnny, like I said, gave us those, and the lovely Cheryl gave us those. Right then, without further ado, let's get cracking. I'm hoping to clear all this along here. We've got a bag of compost there. That's where I do my potting on, but it's normally on a table. And the manure compost. And then the tomatoes will be going in this. In the soil by here. Soil's looking a bit green, so that could be a sign that it's quite acidic, but we'll check. Like, as I mentioned, I need to do a soil test first. So I've got some of these universal indicator pH papers. So I'm going to take one of those out ready, and I'm going to take a bit of soil and put in this jar of just ordinary plain water, and then shake it up, do a pH test, and I'm going to let it settle for a bit and then do another one, and then we'll have more of an idea of what pH the soil is then. There we are. So I put some soil in the bottom and I'm going to give it a shake up now. Right, let's give it a go. And then, oops, all you do then is just measure against the pH chart, which is there, and it gives you the pH reading. Right, that's pretty green. That's about a 7. The lower the number, the more acidic it is. That's about a 7. So it's pretty neutral. Tomatoes do like it a little bit more acidic than that, but that's fine. That'll be fine. There we are. I don't know whether you can see that on there, but that is about a 7, I would say. So I won't add any lime, because ideally it needs to be more acidic, not less acidic. And if I put lime on it in there, that will make it more alkaline. So I won't do that. I think Doug thought it was far more acidic than it actually is, but I think it'll be fine. We let it settle for a bit anyway, and then we'll do another check again after. Right, so I'll just leave that. I'll leave that on the shelf for now with the papers and do another check later. Right, on with the tidying. Look at this. Again, our lovely plot neighbour gave us this, and it needs to go outside really. It's a sprout plant, and it's like a prize sprout plant, that, isn't it? Much better than our other little ones we got coming along. Now, this is a handy gadget. It's used for watering, and it gets in all the nooks and crannies. And it holds 5 litres, so it holds loads. And let me show you. Look at this. It gets right at the back, because it's really awkward to get the watering can in those places. Yeah, handy little gadget, isn't it? Power sprayer is called. Right, let's put that down by there. Don't need that for now. There's also a little hand one as well. This does the trick, but it doesn't hold as much water. It does the same job though. Oh, I forgot about these. These are 2 tomato plants that Danny gave us. And that one is an atomic fusion tomato. And this one is Barry's Crazy Cherry. Fab. I hope I got room for them all. Very kind, these plot neighbours are. Very kind. This soil's much easier to dig than the soil on the bindweed plot. Doug's been digging that, and I volunteered to dig this in the polytunnel. And I think I had the long straw, and he pulled the short straw, because it's much easier. Bit of bindweed there, so it's still about, but not as bad as it was last year. Yeah, we did put manure compost in here last year. That's obviously making it easier to dig. Much better with a bit of organic. But I think I will get away without going down for bark. I'll leave that to Doug for the bindweed plot. He can get bark for there, but I think we'll be fine in here. Like I said, it didn't really need the bark. I think this will be fine. This might eventually end up no dig, but at the moment it's still a bit of a digging plot. This plot did have bindweed on, but nowhere near as bad as the other plot. But we're still getting the odd bit now and again. So we'll keep turning it over till it's all gone, I think is the best. There we are, all ready prepared now for the tomatoes, apart from the bit where I got to take the carrots out, but that won't take long. I'm just about to plant up some, I'm just about to plant up some swede. I've already done some beetroot in this section here. There's the beetroot I planted up the other day. Still needs to perk up a bit. And there's the swede I'm just about to plant. Doug is making a frame for the runner French beans. And there he is, he's just putting the finishing touches now. And the theory is, when the beans grow, they dangle down and it makes them easier to pick. These swede are Helenor swede, and Danny from the Grow Up channel kindly gave us these. They were a lot smaller than this when he gave them to us, and I separated them out and they're just ready for planting out now. Right, I've got my kneeling pads on today, so I won't have to keep moving the padded cushion. Right, I'm going to space them in amongst the beetroot because I think there'll be plenty of room. Ooh, they're well rooted. Too well rooted probably, but never mind. Get there in the end, don't we? So I'm just going to place them where they're going to go, and then I shall plant them. I've just given this ground a good watering, and it's unbelievable how dry it is still underneath. We've had quite a bit of dry weather lately, although we did have a bit of rain yesterday, but obviously not enough to soak the ground. Hi Johnny, oh very good. They could do with delivering some more, couldn't they? Johnny's just off to get some wood chip. We're very lucky here, we get it free. They when they chop down the trees, they kindly dump it down the end there. All right, Doug?
Yeah, thanks for doing the work.
Huh? You're admiring my work, are you? Have you done your allotment dance yet?
Have you nicked my channel?
No. I thought I'd left it there the other day, was yours, was it? I thought I'd left it there from the other day, but I finished Doug's trowel. Never mind, there's another one. Another two in the shed anyway, so we're all right for trowels. Right, let's move around there. Oh, they're getting a bit pot-bound, these. Look, some of the leaves have gone a bit brown at the bottom, but they'll come. seed and the beetroot planted out. So I need to go and get some hoops and netting now. And there we are, all netted up. I've got some Greyhound cabbages here that I've grown from seed. And I've also got some red cabbages that Danny from the Grow Up channel has kindly given us. And they've all grown a lot. They've been in the polytunnel for a while and now it's time to plant them out. Here's the Greyhound cabbage. And here's the red cabbage. So I'm going to space them out first and then I'm going to plant them. There we are, all planted up and just to net now. I think I've got some hoops. Right, let's go and find them. These hoops were actually left on this plot, so they're going to come in handy now. They've been in the shed for ages. So I think they're just about the right size for for this bed. Right, I think that's about halfway. Right, I'm hoping this net is the right size. Luckily we've got some more so I can get some more to fit. Well, it's a little bit screw-whiff in places, but at least it's netted up now. It'll stop those cabbage whites from getting to the cabbages, and we'll straighten it out tomorrow. At least it's done for now. I planted this up with some lettuces a few days ago, but it was a bit sparse on lettuces. So I thought I'd plant some more. So I'm doing red ones around the outside, and then the green ones I'll be towards this, well, not towards the centre, but you know, in a bit from the edge. And because I got quite a few here, so I thought I may as well. I'd rather lettuce grow in the weeds, so we'll do that. So I'm using a dipper because the lettuce is so far together. They've only got a little bit of roots on them, so I think a dip is fine. And this tomato plant, I've actually got tomatoes on it. This is the one that Johnny gave me, and I believe it's either a crimson blush or a crimson crush, and they have nice big tomatoes. They're supposed to be blight resistant and you can grow them outdoors. I've grown a few myself from seed, but they're still about that big, so I'm going to keep them in the polytunnel until they're a bit bigger, because I think they'll come on better in the polytunnel, because it's looking a bit lonely on its own. So I thought, well, I'll plant another couple, one by there and one by there, when they get a bit bigger. So let's get on with these lettuces. I started planting these and the ground was quite dry, so I thought I'll give it all a good watering, because I started planting them and I thought, oh, they're not going to survive, so because it's quite sunny now and they're going to dry out quite quick. So I thought I'd give them a good watering while they were still laying on the ground. And not only does it make it easier to plant them, but hopefully they'll perk up and will survive the shock, you know, of being replanted. And then once I've done this, I'll give another good watering. And then I've got something to show you. I've already put these slug and snail control pellets down. They're just oregano, so they're organic and safe to pets as well. But the slugs, apparently, they don't like the smell of them at all. So that's the Carlston slug and snail control pellets. So those I've put down, and I've also got this slug and snail control spray. Now this is organic as well, so it doesn't harm pets or your plants. In fact, it feeds it as well. So I'm going to just give them a spray now. Oh, that comes out nice and easy. So it looks like a little goes a long way because it's a lovely fine spray. So hopefully that makes them less appealing to slugs as well. So that's the slug sorted, fingers crossed. It's pretty good though. I can remember I had raw broccoli growing in this bed, and it became beautiful. Just didn't like the raw broccoli. Such a shame really, because it came lovely, but I enjoyed the flowers from it afterwards. So that's the slug sorted. So we need to sort out the birds next. So I'm just going to have a look now and see if we got any hoops in the shed and some netting. I'm going to net it over to stop the birds pecking at it. So hopefully we'll have covered the slugs and the birds, and I'll have some lettuce this year. Fingers crossed. Oh, there we have it, all planted up and netted. This chard, I thought I'd let it go to flower, and it might look pretty, but it's getting to look a bit of an eyesore. I don't think it's happening. So I think I'm going to cut it right down and make it look a bit tidier. And also the beetroot. This beetroot, I let that grow. I thought, oh, let's see what the flowers are like. They might be pretty, but they're not. So I'm going to cut it back and make it look a bit tidier. Doug's there, nodding his head. If it was up to Doug, it would have been out long ago, I'm sure. Right, let's cut this right back then. Funny shaped beetroot. I bet that even that has gone a bit tough now. Never mind. Right, I think we'll pull it out rather than cut it back, because I don't think the beetroot will be any good. Shame really. I should have pulled the beetroot out sooner, I think. Never mind. Yeah, we've got a few beetroots there, so I might try them. They might be a bit tough, but I think I'll boil them up and see what they're like. You never know your luck. Right, onto the chard. All cut back now and looking a bit tidier. Let me show you. There we are, looks a bit tidier there now, doesn't it? So it might grow back, we'll see. I'm just going to put some snacks there, hopefully for the hedgehogs. I've already put some fresh water. Now the last time I did this, there wasn't any hedgehogs coming to feed. All I had footage of was rats. Oh, I don't know. So anyway, then right, I got these granules from Carlston. They're called Rat Off, and all they are is a blend of peppermint oils. So the idea is to move on the rats somewhere else. They don't like peppermint oil, and I've been told this before by Johnny was telling me about it. So anyway, I've got the granules and I'm going to try those tonight. I'm going to put the webcam up, not the webcam, the trail cam. And I'm going to put the trail cam up and see if we get any hedgehogs rather than rats. I'm hoping the rats will disappear tonight, or at least see them coming and going, if you know what I mean. Right. So I'm just going to put a scatter in where oh God, they smell strong. You can smell the peppermint. Now they usually come out of here, so I'm going to scatter them along there. I'm going to put quite a few there. I'm also going to put them around there and around the food so they don't go eating the food. Right, so hopefully that'll work. I've still got some left in there so I can put more elsewhere if I need to. So let's try those then. Right, along here, these forget-me-nots have all gone to seed and they're looking a bit tatty now, even though there are still a few flowers on there. So I've decided now I'm going to take them all out, and I will keep some of the seed because they'll be all right for next year. Take them out and plant something else. The roots are looking all brown, so I think they've had it really. There's hardly any green left on there, so I think I'll pull them all up rather than cut them off. I'll reseed them for next year. Last year I had nasturtiums all growing here and they look really nice, so I might plant some nasturtiums there. I'll put some nasturtium seeds in there, and they will take a while to grow, but they did look nice last year. And I'll look up for some plants in the meantime to fill it up. There's a load of seeds coming out and going on the floor, so I think I'll sweep that up and check them over on the other plot in the flower bed. So they may grow, they may not, it doesn't matter. There we are. Danny from the Grow Up channel has given me this lovely wheelbarrow, and it's from his grapevine garden, which he's given up because he's got a new plot. This was surplus to requirements, so he offered it to me and I jumped at the chance of having it. I said, yeah, that'd be fabulous. I'll put it on our bindweed plot. It's not a bindweed plot anymore, even though we've got bindweed coming up. We need to think of another name for it. Anyway, the Feel Good Garden plot 2, we put it on here because it needs a bit of colour. We've got loads of potatoes going on and cabbages, collies, what have you. And it needs some flowers. So Johnny's kindly drilled a few holes, and then we've got 2 over this side, 2 the other side, not right at the bottom. So it'll allow a little bit of a reservoir in the bottom. And we've got the drainage holes on the side. I've put some bark there to help with drainage, and I pushed it up at the side. So I'm just about to put some manure compost in it. And then I've got these plants to plant. We went to Brecon the other day to a lovely garden centre, and I bought a few plants. So I've got this dahlia, medio dark red, so there's that. I've got an anti-rhinum. Now this is gorgeous. Antirrhinca rose, and it's beautiful. That's absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't look like a snapdragon, does it? But it is. I shall be saving the seed off there. And this is a plant I bought a while ago, and I've not done anything with it yet. It's a Biden's red yellow brush, and that's pretty as well, isn't it? So that's going to go in there. And at the garden centre in Brecon, I also bought I don't even know how you pronounce that, Agaranthemum, and that's a dark pink variety. Also from the garden centre. Trixie, is that a Trixie, is it? Calibractoa trixie bolero. I think I need my glasses on to read that. It's quite small print. You probably know what that is. In fact, I'll take the pot home, get my glasses on, and I'll put it up on the screen. And I also bought these lovely, now they've got gorgeous flowers, but that's actually a strawberry summer breeze cherry. So I need to be nurturing my strawberries because they're quite tiny. I've got loads of strawberries there, but they're tiny, scrawny things. So I think I need to be looking after my strawberries really. And there's another strawberry here, and that is Summer Breeze Rose. And that's a gorgeous one as well. I just love the flowers on it, so I've got to put it in with the flowers. I've also got these perennial geraniums, so they'll stay nice in there. And they're a purple variety from a plot holder, so that's very kind of you. Thank you for those. And I've got this Alyssum, so that's going to go in there. And some trailing lobelia, so that'll go in there as well. So first things first, I need to fill it up with some compost. So I've got some manure compost here. I'm going to fill it up with that. Yeah, that'll look nice when it bushes out. All done. Johnny, another plot holder, has kindly given us this rhubarb, and I'm going to plant it near the other rhubarb. It's from Johnny and Emma's second plot. And oh, they've been doing wonders there. I'm going to have to do another revisit soon. They didn't want the rhubarb, so I asked if we wanted it, and I said, oh yes, please. Ours is not doing very well at the minute, so it's not really the right time to plant rhubarb. You should really wait till it's dormant, but he was quite keen to dig it up, so we'll give it a second chance. Oh, there's a few bits. Oh, there's a big root on there. Right, what do we do? Put in two places, I guess, is it? Right, there's the first bit. I've already given this section a good watering, but I will put some more water on there. Oh, I should have put that bit in there really. It's nice and big, that bit. Right, I put that bit by there, I think. I'll give this a good watering first. There we are, that should help. A lovely big crown, that. Right, fingers crossed it'll perk up and it won't do a, well, it'll give it a second chance anyway, won't it? There we are. Give it some more water and hopefully it'll perk up. I've already watered the rhubarb, we've already got it in. It is, believe it or not, it is starting to perk up from what it was. That was looking a bit sad as well. It's probably all the dry weather we've had lately. There we are, that's the rhubarb done. Now to fill up the watering cans again. It's quite handy. We've got a tap right by this plot, which is really useful. All right. Someone else is using the tap further down. I think it's Danny. Let me show you. Can you see him? Danny! The thing is, when someone else is using a tap on the same system, we get half the amount of flow. So I could be here for some time. I'm Linda, and this is the Feel Good Garden.